9 people were shot after men burst from a car blazing in Philadelphia, and the video doesn't have any sound. All it shows is officers on the scene. But the point of this video is to talk about the comments. Sounds like diversity, equity, and inclusion. Democrat utopia. Okay, so basically what I want to say is, remember I told you that people are brainwashed by political parties. Remember I told you that America is soon going to be like Iraq, where people will literally root for each other to die, try to hurt each other over their political beliefs. Remember I told you that America was created to avoid that. We didn't want kings. We didn't want anybody to tell us how to live our lives. That's why our Constitution is the way it is, and that's why we have checks and balances over our politicians, and they don't stay in power forever. We wanted to avoid dying over our beliefs. We wanted to create a utopia where we could have different opinions and still be Americans. Because being American isn't an ethnicity, race, or anything. It's an idea. And that idea is, if you love freedom, you could be an American too, regardless of where you're from. So just because you disagree with somebody politically and over social issues and things like that, you're going to take a cheap shot like that in the comment section of YouTube, of course, like a coward, and root for this. Basically, you're cheerleading this because this gives you an opportunity to make a political joke against your enemies, the liberals. And the Republicans do the same thing, and they're back and forth. You would think that these people are rooting for a sports team. Think about that. It sounds like these people are rooting against their team. You know, Democrat utopia. You know, I mean, these people are calling them the libtards. They hate them. They're liberals. They want them to die. Is that American? Wanting people to die and rooting for people to die just because they disagree over abortion. And yeah, the violence is happening everywhere. My state has a Republican governor, and our violence is reaching max levels. But do I blame him? No. I understand that Democrats and Republicans are people first and Americans second, and then their political party third. And that we all share the same cities. Republicans are getting murdered. Democrats are getting murdered. So this lets you know why America could never truly prosper, because we've got dumb people who allow politicians to get in their brain and make them hate other Americans simply over an opinion. And American is supposed to be somebody who, you know, agrees to disagree. But at the same time, we all have the right to believe what we want to believe. That's why we have constitutional amendments, freedom of speech. We're different from the rest of the world. There's never been a diverse place like this, or free place like this. Yeah, America had slavery and all these bad things, but imagine this. We're only 250 years old. China, 15,000. Egypt, 10,000. Russia, 100,000. We're 200 years old. We've only been around for 200 years. That's only 2 grandpas. That's your grandpa and his father. 2 generations. So, of course, we needed time to get it right. But to root and cheer on violence because the city has a Democratic leadership. So you're basically anti-American. You know, what's the difference between us and a country where religious fanaticism rules, where people will destroy you just because you're from a different branch of Islam? I'm a Sunni, you're a Shia, so we're gonna, destroy each other. Is that really the attitude we have in America? Yes, because the politicians know as long as we can keep people feeling angry and, have this sports team mentality, they never have to do anything to make our lives better because you're too stupid to really look at what's real. Peace.